Hello, welcome back to Movie Reviews. Let's talk about Mars Attacks from 1996, directed by Tim Burton. This is quite a sort of interesting movie. Tim Burton, famous sort of like gothic. He's a director that sort of like has a gothic edge to him. I mean, he directed Batman and Batman Returns, Edward Scissorhands, Sleepy Hollow. It has this like sort of like weird, surreal gothic edge to him. However, with Mars Attacks, it's a complete different term. It's an all-out American UFO invasion movie, disaster movie, whatever you call it. And it's quite interesting. It's very colourful, very bright, interesting cast because you have Jack Nicholson getting close. You've got Pam Grier. What's the guy's name? That big buff guy with the mustache. Fred something. Fred Williamson, I think his name is. And Tom Jones, for some reason, actually becomes like a main character. You've also got Pierce Brosnan, Jack Black, Jordan Baker, Danny DeVito. You've got a really big cast in here. Michael J. Fox is it's just coming off it's just Sarah Michelle Gellar, you know. Now, Mars Attacks, pretty obviously invasion movie. Alien Martians from Mars arrive to take over the planet, destroy humanity. And that's sort of interesting. And actually, they're actually based on like cars or something from the 1950s or something. And you make a movie about, and when you think of it, it's like when you make a movie about that, really. I mean, look at video games these days. What is it? They're thinking about making a Tetris movie. Really, I mean, they made a movie about emojis, and that's terrible. Ugh. But something like with cards, like you get from the 1950s, and do a movie about that, it's like, how is that going to work? Just do a simple invasion movie, and that's what Tim Burton did. It's quite different from his movie catalogue, of course. I mean, he's done something like an adaptation of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's like, yeah, won't go in that one. But this one's sort of like his first turn to more something interesting, a bit more colourful, less gothic. It's more surreal, a bit more comedic, and a bit more out there, outlandish, very much. I mean, the cast is superb, even though a lot of them don't survive very much. I mean, Jack Nicholson gets killed, Glenn Close gets crushed by a chandelier. Michael J. Fox gets eliminated, so does Jack Black. Jordan Baker gets crushed in a trailer by a giant robot thing. Pierce Brosnan gets his head decapitated, and he sort of hangs, and Michelle Gellar gets her head sewn to a dog. It's quite weird. Also, there's weird imagery of obviously the alien disguise, of course. Very surreal and stuff like that. Danny Elfman does the score as well. It does a similar thing with his earlier stuff as well, but yeah, it's not too bad. I like the March opening, which is sort of opens in like a very bombastic type style to it, which sort of works. And I do like the laser effects, of course, when they sort of eliminate them and they turn into like green red skeletons. That is pretty effective. My only problem is with this movie is that a lot of the interesting podcasts you sort of rooted for, you sort of introduced to, or sort of killed off halfway, or sort of beginning of the invasion when the Martians just arrive. And you think, obviously you got Jack Nicholson sort of main character, but the problem is with him, he doesn't really do much as a president. He sort of sits there, he sort of runs a bit, hides in, discusses his plans with the general, and that's about it, and he gets killed at the end. What's the point in that? What is the point in that? It's becoming... Then it's sort of... To be honest, I think the sort of characters I saw root for was Pam Grier, Fred Williamson, and like I mentioned, Tom Jones is in this movie, and it becomes the main character, becomes one of the survivors, and he says like he flies a plane. Really, it takes weird left turns. It does. Danny DeVito's in it as well. Tries to bribe an alien and gets killed for a watch. It's just I do like some of the interesting stuff, like with the landmarks, getting destroyed and using them to kill humans, like that. Also, Oh, that donut loving guy, his grandma, it was grandma or something like that. And that music, that's all music she plays. That's sort of like the weakness for the Martians that explode into green goo and stuff like that. Yeah, I do like that. I do like the sort of the style and the look of the Martians. I think that's pretty effective. They look a bit. The CG is a bit iffy sometimes, but it's okay. It's all makes do. It's from 1996, so what are you gonna do? I mean, it's like a B. It's very much a B movie, of course, but it's just very, it's quite effective. Very enjoyable. It's a good laugh sometimes. Some good funny moments, and it's a bit of an oddity in Tim Burton's catalog. I mean, it's all swamped by all these great stuff. Ever Since Hands, the two Batman movies. It's sort of like it's just lumped to the bottom. It is, but Mars Attacks does have a cult following. There's some people still love it. I mean, some people do enjoy it. Some people don't. But some people just look at this and think, "What on earth is that movie? What on earth is Why is this movie?" I think surprisingly enough is that this came out in like sort of the same year as Independence Day, so obviously, Independence Day sort of rocketed and sort of like, just took just like put this in the ground very much. But overall, it's something worth to discover, really. I mean, the cast, you have a brilliant cast, even though they don't really do much. Some of them do good. All right, I mean, like Fred Williamson, of course. He probably like that weird twist when you think he's dead, but he comes back alive. And fair enough. But it's a shame that most of them, like these big leads, sort of get killed, and some of them really don't do any much. Jack Nicholson doesn't really do a lot in this movie. Glenn Close, well, again, Glenn Close sort of like, and well, I don't know really. I mean, that the chandelier death scene is just one of the highlights of that movie with her. Also, Natalie Portman's in this movie for some reason. Yep. Anyway, that's all I can say about Mars Attacks from '96. It's a bit of an oddity for Tim Burton's filmography, but give it a watch if you're interested. It might have intrigued some people to watch it. It's a cult. It's a cult movie. It's meant to be a B movie. It's meant to be not taken seriously sometimes, but just enjoy it for what it is. Thanks for watching. See you for the next video.